Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, U.S. Market Recap. U.S. markets closed mixed on Friday as escalating U.S.-China trade tensions collided with the opening of third-quarter earnings season, creating significant volatility throughout the trading day. The S&P 500 rebounded from intraday lows, but gave back most of its gains as trade conflicts reignited, finishing lower. Markets opened down after China announced retaliatory measures, imposing sanctions on 5 U.S. entities of South Korea's Hanwha Ocean. However, stocks rallied mid-session when U.S. Trade Representative Jamieson Greer told CNBC that the meeting between President Trump and President Xi would proceed as scheduled. This sparked hopes that the two nations could ultimately reach an agreement. But the rally came to an abrupt end when President Trump posted on social media that he could halt rare earth trade with China. His comment injected fresh tension into the relationship between the world's two largest economies. Markets also focused on Fed Chair Powell's speech. Powell stated that the Fed's outlook for employment and inflation remains unchanged, which was interpreted as signaling potential further rate cuts. He also suggested the Fed could halt balance sheet runoff within the next few months, a key move to preserve liquidity in short-term funding markets. With third-quarter earnings season in full swing, major bank results showed mixed reactions. Wells Fargo posted its biggest gain since last November after raising key profitability targets following the Fed's regulatory relief. Citigroup saw its stock rise as revenue beat expectations across all 5 major business segments. However, J.P. Morgan declined despite strong quarterly results. Some analysts suggested that all positive factors may already be reflected in the stock's elevated valuation. Goldman Sachs also faced pressure despite broadly positive results, as sales and trading revenue came in slightly below expectations. Danni Hewson of A.J. Bell observed, despite stellar results from J.P. Morgan and Goldman Sachs, there was no celebratory mood on Wall Street. Concerns about escalating trade tensions with China made investors risk-averse. Ross Mayfield of Baird noted, if the Trump administration continues escalating U.S.-China tensions, current market valuations may be stretched to absorb such shocks. Michael Ferroli of J.P. Morgan commented, Powell's remarks provided strong conviction that the Fed will cut rates at the next meeting. Krishna Guha of Evercore said, Powell maintaining the dual mandate outlook confirms that the October rate cut remains on track. Looking ahead to Wednesday, October 15, 2025, economic data releases, 7 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S. MBA mortgage applications, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, U.S. EIA crude oil inventories, 2 p.m. Eastern Time, U.S. Fed Beige Book, scheduled Fed speakers, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, Fed Governor Kugler, 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Fed Governor Kugler, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, Fed Governor Waller, 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Kansas City Fed President Schmid.